What's up, y'all? My name is Stacy, and welcome to Let's Talk. Now, this is my very first YouTube video, and I'm very excited. Today, I'm going to be doing a review, my very first video. And I'm going to be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 1. Now, before we get into the discussion, let's go ahead and show me some love and some support by liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell. So let's go ahead and jump head first into this. So I don't know if some of you are aware, Love and Hip Hop Miami was on life support, meaning there was not supposed to be a season 3. But Mona and her team of producers and other people put their heads together and came up with a last result. And I think this last result is probably going to end up working out for everybody. Okay. They went and pulled some heavy hitters, some new people. And I think they're getting back to their core audience. I think with this particular franchise, they wanted to do something different and it didn't work. Okay. The ratings were slipping off the face of the earth. And so now here it is. We have a new improved Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I think this is kind of how it should have started. So it looks like Mona has squared away some debts, spent a little bit more money, went to the hood and pulled some people up. And I think she's going to make this season happen. Now, this season started off with Trina's mother's funeral. Some of you may have already been, aware before this scene even aired that Trina lost her mom. There was a little controversy surrounding it because, Kaya hates Trina, like really dislikes her. And she said something foul in reference to her mother passing. And, it involved Bobby lights and stuff like that. There was a little bit of dragging going on Kaya's end. But, so we knew before the show aired that, Trina had lost her mom. So I was actually very pleased to see this be the very first scene. And the reason for that being is you don't want Trina's mother's, death to be mixed in with the mess that's to come from this season. So let's go ahead and bring that to the forefront. Trina, my heart goes out to her and her family. That's a tough thing. I heard that her mom has been battling with cancer for about 5 years. And, you know, now she's gone on to a better place, no more suffering and stuff like that. You can see Trina was very distraught and hurt. She's going to be going through it for a while. I'm pretty sure she had a really close relationship with her mother. And so I was happy to see they started off the season with that. And they had her cousin Joy and Trick Daddy and some other people there to show their love and support. And so that was good to see that. Um, then they went from there to Amara La Negra. Now, Amara comes on, unboxing some stuff in her new home that she bought for her and her mother. She has a real close relationship with her mother. And in the midst of that, this fine ass man come out in a tile. And his name is MJ. Now, MJ is Amara's boyfriend. Now, this is going to be interesting because we've never seen her with a love interest. So this will be interesting to see. He fine as hell, I'll tell you that much. But she got a new house, they're unpacking and stuff and getting things together. Her and her mom is talking. This fine ass man come around with a towel on. A bit much, a little disrespectful. But hey, this is reality TV. And they make a cute couple. I don't know if this is authentic, meaning I don't know if this is real, but they look good together. Okay. And so now we move on to Trick. They showing Trick in his house. Trick is cooking. They say Trick can throw down in the kitchen. This is what he love to do. He cooking some, in the skillet or something like that. Looking real good. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't know if his food tastes good. Kaya said it tastes like wood. But Kaya said it tastes like wood, but everybody else vouched for him and say his food tastes pretty good. He's cooking for his new girlfriend. Her name is Nikki Natural. She's a rapper. She looks fairly young. Matter of fact, she looked like Trick granddaughter. Now, this relationship, I really can't believe. I can't believe it. I mean, Trick looked like this girl granddaddy. It really do. I'm not even trying to be funny. They don't look like they go together at all. Now I know back in the day, Trick probably pulled some fine ass, women, but I don't think nobody checking for Trick. I really don't. She's a pretty woman. She look real good, nice body, whatever. She look real young, but you can tell she's an adult. But they don't look like they go together. This look like this is definitely put together. Don't look authentic at all. This look like Trick granddaughter. Matter of fact, if they was gonna do something, that's what they should have did. They should have came out and said, "This is Trick granddaughter, and she want to rap." Cause I don't really think they want us to believe that's his girlfriend. And then to add insult to injury, Trick feed the girl some food. She like, "Ooh, it's good." He like, "Anything I put in your mouth is good." Now I almost threw up what I was eating. I almost spit out what I was drinking. That was the nastiest thing I could ever imagine in my life. Trick putting anything in anybody's mouth. That's what that I'm telling you, that was disgusting. Anyway, in the midst of that, Trick brings up the fact that he's opening up a new restaurant called Sundays. It's a soul food restaurant. Trick says he gets a lot of compliments on his food, and this basically was a long time coming. Now, the shocker to me was I thought Trick ain't had no money because back in October of last year, the blogs was talking about his bankruptcy and the fact that he owed about $800K. And he told the people he had no money. So I'm trying to figure out where he got the coin to open up this restaurant. I think even before, I think he thought bankruptcy like multiple times. His home, was almost about to be foreclosed on. So Trick been having a lot of financial issues. And I guess that's why I was a little taken back that he had actually opened up a restaurant. Now, moving along to Trick's restaurant opening, they show a little glimpse in the kitchen. And when I tell y'all, this person I saw had me dying laughing to the point where I almost fell out my chair because I was laughing just as hard. I'm going to take y'all back to Love and Hip Hop Miami season 1. I don't know if y'all remember Trina's assistant. He kept trying to fight Trina's cousin Bobby. Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin talks cash money shit. So I was shocked to see him frying chicken as a cook in Trick's restaurant. Now, somebody gonna have to explain to me how you go from a celebrity stylist, a celebrity assistant, to a goddamn cook. Make it make sense. Especially considering you was just recently calling Tommy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta a bomb ass bitch. You said she was a bomb. Neighborhood Talk 2 off Instagram had posted a video.
I felt you all day, bitch. You disrespect me.
Tell me what? Bitch, you broke me. I fed you everywhere you went. But 2 days, take your bum ass on, bitch.
Bum ass, drunk ass bitch.
Bitch,
Drunk ass bitch. I don't know.
What?
You drunk bum ass bitch. You drunk asshole. You gonna get a block and lose your kids. You dumb ass bitch. Every quarter you're gonna you fucking hot. I call you dumb asshole. I try to help your bum ass bitch. Fuck wrong with you, hoe? I don't want to wear no regular bitch. Stop killing me, hoe. You bum dirty ass bitch. Fuck you, hoe. I don't need you, bitch. I just met you, puss ass hoe. I don't need you, bitch. I'm here for that lady. Fuck you, dumb ass dirty ass hoe. Who the fuck is this bitch? I ain't even ate this lady, hoe. Treat the ass me, bitch. I don't need you. Bum ass hoe. I got your dirty ass. You drunk ass bitch. What's wrong with you, hoe? You drunk dirty ass bitch.
What did I say?
Cause that whole disrespectful was fuck hoe. You gonna lose your kids, you don't supposed to be drinking, you dumb ass bitch.
Listen, what did I say?
I don't need your bum ass hoe. Fuck that hoe. I don't need you bum ass bitch.
What's your name? What's your name? Sandra. Yeah. Sandra, can you get this person out of here? It's not against
We gotta go.
Bum ass, dirty, drunk ass hoe. They gonna have your motherfucking ass on the inmate, you dumb bitch. You supposed to drink. I try to help you, hoe. All motherfucking day long, bitch. I kissed your ass and you disrespect me, bitch. I tried so hard. I'm motherfucking to help you all day long. I don't do that for people. I genuinely love you, bitch. I try all day. I grab this girl's shoes. And it's gonna get to make up you hurt me in my heart. And I really don't help you all day fucking long. And you don't disrespect me like that. You dead ass wrong. I genuinely fucking love you. But guess what? This conversation is dead here. I ain't gonna tell nobody about it. I don't care about it.
Get this man out of here.
You disrespectful as fuck. I helped you all girl shoes, everything she fell short at, I helped her.
What did
And you
you
disrespect
do?
nothing.
What did you
It's
do?
loyalty. It's loyalty on my chest.
I don't
Fuck you, bum ass hoe, and suck my ass, bitch. I don't need you. Oh, I run my ass and everything, bitch. You stupid cunt, because I need you, girl. Who is you?
Vaya, pues que es
Your
ahorita.
car wasn't working, bitch. I paid for your food there when your car wasn't working, you bum ass hoe. I paid for your food, though. You paid for the bitch. I ain't tight, hoe. I ain't tight, bum ass bitch.
Like, get your ass on.
Alvin was in a hotel room calling Tommy everything but a child of God. She a drunk. She a bum ass bitch. I got you shoes. I did this for you. I did that for you. You gonna get your kids taken. I mean, he was just acting a fool. But you know, that's what Alvin do. He acts a damn fool. That's probably why he a fucking cook now. Because he can't work with nobody because he always cussing out the people that he worked for. These people give you chances and you end up cussing their ass out. And so I couldn't believe Tommy handled it as well as she did. She let the lady know, hey, he's not a guest in this hotel room. Get him out of here. And baby, you ain't helped me with nothing. Okay? Went in her room and closed the door while he continuously threatened her, cuss her out, tell her he love her. I mean, he's just chemically unbalanced to me. Something a little off with Alvin and the Chipmunks. But Alvin is a cook in Trick's restaurant. And then he wanted to justify why he was a cook. In his mind, he's not a cook, he's a chef. And he posted some salaries on his social media page showing what chefs make. Now, wanted to justify why he was, I guess, working in the kitchen as a cook. And he want people to know he's not a cook, he's a chef, and that he has a very glamorous lifestyle. He spent buku money and he need multiple forms of income. And so cooking is just one of those incomes. But I guess, so yeah, Alvin cooking. At this point, you have Amira, MJ, Bobby Lice, and Shay at Trick's restaurant opening, and they having a conversation. Basically, Amira's rehashing what transpired between her and JoJo. JoJo is from, the last 2 seasons of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Her and Amira fell out because, Amira did some real foul shit. But one thing she really did that really had Amira fucked up was talk about her mama. So they saying that Amira mother was dragged into this. JoJo said that the mama must have voodooed her because this girl lost her man and her business. She said Amira mama voodooed her. And this is why she lost her man and her business. And so, Shay jumps in and she reveals she ain't fucking with JoJo either. Because her and JoJo ain't never really had no issue until she broke the girl code by trying to date a nigga that she used to date. Now, I don't know if y'all remember from season 1 when Shay was brought onto the show, she was dating Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky. That relationship, quickly fizzled. And so I guess at some point, JoJo hooked up with him or was trying to hook up with him. And Shay was like, okay, bitch, you did some unforgivable shit, so I can't rock with you no more. And so that's why she ain't fucking with her. Joy brings her ass in, twirling around, acting like she Queen Elizabeth, but yet you can't pay for a damn divorce that you sick of, but yet you ain't paid for it. And, Shay speaks to her. They had their little tit first season when Shay jumped over the table and hit her ass. But Joy said she ain't on that bullshit no more. She forgives Shay. She got bigger fish to fry. She ain't tripping off that. In the midst of this, Shay, now I don't recall if Shay saw Trick and Trick new girlfriend, but she felt compelled to tell Joy that Trick had been dating. And Joy was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy for him. But she didn't feel like the relationship was real. Now, if I ain't never agree with nothing Joy said, I agree with that. The relationship definitely is fake as fuck. Okay? By this time, Prima Donna from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she pops up, speaks to everybody or whatever. And Trick and his new girlfriend, Nikki Natural, join him. Pre-Caesar, she introduced, Nikki Natural to everybody. And again, the conversation about the damn divorce comes up. I'm just praying to God they don't drag this out. I really can't do it. I got a feeling they're going to try to, but I hope they cut this shit off like a few episodes into the season. So Alvin comes from out the kitchen. I guess he was on a break. And he comes out and he just blurts out that Trick is still in love with Joy. Alvin. Go back to your corner. Okay? Nobody needed to hear that. We didn't want y'all to bring it up. You just adding to them dragging this divorce shit on out. I don't want to hear no more about it. I don't know why he said that. I guess he trying to, get a little bit of more camera time. So I don't know if they're going to show him in any more scenes in the kitchen, but it was unnecessary to say that. Then, we move on to JoJo. She's at this event. She's really excited because she has a partnership with Tommy Hilfiger. And, Bobby comes and they start having a conversation about Amira, the conversation that he had with Amira. And he just basically says, I think she misses you, blah, 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 yeah. And he tells her about how Shay wasn't really feeling it. And JoJo didn't really say too much about that because she knows she fucked up with Shay by trying to talk to her man, knowing that they had been friends. And so at this point, Bobby finds out that JoJo has been invited by Amira to her album release party. Okay? And so we're moving on from that, and Trina and Joy are in the studio, and they show Trina writing. Now, we know damn well Trina is not no writer, okay? But they wanted to show her pushing her pen. Y'all know Trina don't write. But then again, she might. That could explain why her album had flopped. So she might does write her own shit now. And it's believable with the way her record sales and shit has been going. So it's possible. So they bring up this guy by the name of Julian Booth. Julian was Trina's business partner. She had known him for years. Excuse me. She was working on a project for 4 years. I guess she's referring to the album that she, released, her latest album. She'd been working on that for 4 years, and she gave him, I don't know if this was collectively, she gave him $300,000, or she just said, here's $300,000. That's supposed to go towards paying people that was a part of her project. But instead, he took the money and he invested it into his business. Now, we fast forward to the very last scene that takes place at Amira's album release party. Pretty much everybody is there. Bobby and Shay are sitting at the bar. Bobby lets Shay know that JoJo is coming and was invited by Amira. Now, Bobby is coming off a little Sheree Whitfield-ish. He's definitely the bone collector. He's stirring the pot. He getting shit started among these people because he's going back to everybody, telling everything. And so Shay is livid. She's upset. So she goes and she confronts Amira about JoJo coming to the party. She starts getting super emotional. And at this point, she begins kind of yelling and crying and stuff like that because she feels betrayed by her sister. Now, when Amira and Shay became as close as they are, it must have happened as soon as her and her brother started a relationship, because I don't remember them being close like that. And maybe, too, because they had the common enemy, JoJo. But they kept referring to each other as sisters. And that was a little bothersome to me. I didn't like that. Y'all ain't sisters. Y'all co-workers. Y'all not sisters. It's still up in the air if the relationship is authentic between Shay and Amara. You know, they could be doing this just for ratings. And so they kept calling each other sisters. I ain't like that shit. It was a little bit too much. I ain't like that. So fast forward, you know, Shay upset, she mad, she crying, she emotional. Amara is by Bobby and Joy, and she's getting ready to perform her new single. Well, before she performs, she's looking for Julian. Now, Julian is Julian Booth, Trina's ex-partner who stole her $300,000, used that money to invest in his business. Amara's looking for him. Bobby and Joy get to looking around and like, Julian. They get to looking at each other and looking crazy and shit. You know, to me, it was just bad acting, but they get to looking at each other, and then Amara looking like, okay, well, what's really going on? Somebody tell me what's going on. So Bobby and Joy spill the tea that Julian is a fucking thief. He basically stole Trina's money. And Amara is shocked because Julian has been very helpful and instrumental in her career. And so she's a little taken back because when she was homeless, he was there to help her. You know, he helped her with her career and things like that. And it all makes sense now because he used Trina money to help your ass. It makes a lot of sense now why he was so helpful to you, because he took from Trina. And so, at this point, now we back on JoJo. JoJo, she comes to the party. Shay sees JoJo. Shay get the hell up out of there. She ain't want no parts of it. JoJo walks in with her boyfriend. They call him Big Larry. Big Larry looked more like Little Larry. So now we have JoJo and Amara having their much needed conversation. They are, you know, I guess I thought they were going to try to rehash the friendship. But Amara was like, you know, after further reviewing, you know, looking at shit you done said and stuff you done in a time frame, you know what I'm saying, it took for you to want to even really have a conversation with me. It's like you had plenty of opportunity to apologize here before we start back filming. But, you know, after I thought everything through, I ain't fucking with you. You know, you said my mama put voodoo on you, and that's the reason why you lost your man and your business. So, you know how Amara felt about her mama. She wasn't fucking with that. And so, you know, Amara goes and do her performance. It's a really cute song, real catchy. Trina and Bobby starts talking about Julian. You know, he lets her know, because, you know, he the bone collector. He let her know that Julian was in the building, you know, and Trina was upset, but she was like, this ain't the time and the place. And here go Bobby. He turning up, you know, getting crunk or whatever. When it comes to Trina, Bobby will make a complete fucking fool of himself. He's going to always have her back, even if she doesn't have his. So that's pretty much all the things that kind of took place. To the end of my video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.